Never leave witnesses. If you have to, knock them out so that way they think it's a dream.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Sometimes, fear can hit you right at home, especially after watching a few too many scary movies. Do you think it's a poltergeist, or could there be a simple explanation? Maddie, an ordinary guy on TikTok, admitted to a frightening mistake. He used a Ouija board, hoping to contact spirits, but failed to properly end the session. Since then, a dark presence has haunted his family's home, tormenting him for 4 years. Frequently alone, Maddie experiences the full force of this haunting by himself. To try to cope with the growing fear, he records each terrifying event, sharing his experiences in an attempt to keep his sanity intact.
What the f going on with these dogs, bro? They're scared of some... Yo. I'm telling you, bro. That's the second time I heard those f***ing bells, bro. The second time. The second time. I'm home all the f*** alone, bro. Nobody is home. Nobody. No one is home. Nobody is home. And those bells. What's wrong, Petey? What's wrong? What do you see? You see something? You see something over here? I'm telling you, those bells, I heard them mother twice. What the is going on? Petey! 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 Petey, what's going on? The TV turned on. The TV turned on. Petey, let's go. Go, Petey. Go. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go out. Go out. What the is going on? What the is going on? What the is going? It turned off. It turned off. Lucy, Bentley, let's go. Bentley, get out. Let's go. Tiberius, let's go. Get the out. Get the out. Get the out. Let's go. Tiberius. Lucy. Oh my God. Charlie, let's go. Come on. Come on, who's home? Come on, who's home? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Come on, T. Come on. Lucy.
Maddie's anxiety grew as his dogs whimpered, sensing an unseen presence in the house. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the eerie sound of bells hanging on a door, ringing with no clear cause. As he cautiously made his way downstairs to investigate, decorative balls flew out of a bowl and scattered across the floor with disturbing force. His fear escalated when the TV turned on by itself, only to shut off abruptly, leaving the room in darkness. In panic, Maddie rushed outside, trying to protect his dogs from what seemed like a malevolent force. Could these terrifying events be linked to the Ouija board they used? Share your thoughts on these unsettling occurrences. The next video was posted by a TikTok user, The Real Ethio Joker, a security guard working the night shift at an unknown location. He shared a video of himself walking around his workplace when some very strange things started happening to him. Take a look. There was a lot of mysterious banging coming from the area. It sounded like someone was hitting the glass window, but no one was there. When the uploader moved to the other side of the window, what do you think happened? While hosting what they thought would be a fun games day at their church, everything seemed perfect. The children were laughing, the volunteers were smiling, and the atmosphere was full of joy. But then, one team member, looking pale and terrified, rushed them to the security room. It soon became clear that the kids might not have been the only ones involved in the activities.
John, how is it doing that? But wait, John, it's about to break on its own. It's gonna break on its own.
You have to watch it until it breaks. That's when I start crying.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? Yeah. It's not moving. No. Oh, in there. No, watch. Watch, John. Watch.
It hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
It's about to go crazy and break.
What?
It's still moving! It's still moving, y'all! It's still moving! It's still moving!
If it floats in the air and goes from the child, you'll freak out.
And then it just moves. It's so good. It's chill out. It's chill out.
My hand's shaking. I can't.
How's this funny? It's not like this or like this. It's not like
Poor Brooke, get in the path of the demon.
She's like, maybe I should put my feet on the table.
Get away from this screen.
Oh my god.
From the start, there's a strange feeling in the air. Everyone seems genuine, but there's a troubling mix of emotions as things unfold. The pool cue shakes eerily, possibly moved by something invisible, making the floor and pool table shake. But how could it have broken on its own? A viewer, who wants to stay anonymous, is hanging out at her friend's house. The girls got freaked out when they noticed something strange. A few plastic packages of candle melt seem to be moving on their own. One of the girls quickly grabs her camera to record the odd activity, but then it stops. However, she keeps recording as they try to get whatever spirit might be there to keep moving the packages. And then this happens. When they softly try to get their poltergeist to move the plastic containers, nothing happens.
So, let's just continue. And then, hopefully, what do you guys think? I don't know. Now it's not gonna do it.
For real? No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
Alex.
So, one of the girls starts swearing, and the ghost doesn't seem to like it.
For real? No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
Alex.
It seems like ghosts prefer polite company. Looks like the swearing was too much for them. Let's take a look at some recent updates on the haunting of Rosanna, who has been sharing paranormal events in her home for months. Tonight, she's recording more frightening occurrences.
Arrête.
After seeing one of her child's dolls floating in midair, she found herself stuck in the same room. A haunted house is one thing, but having a floating doll trap you in a room, that's next level creepy. In a real-life adventure reminiscent of the movie Goonies, 5 young friends found themselves trapped in a sewer system, sparking a tense rescue effort. The group, including 6th graders Corey, Declan, and Giovanni, ventured into the underground tunnels, guided only by the light of a cell phone. They eventually became disoriented and unable to find their way out.
No! 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 He went too deep to the point where we couldn't get out.
Fortunately, one of the kids managed to get a cell phone signal and called 911. A patient operator worked with first responders and a city official familiar with the sewer system to locate the children.
We're stuck in the sewers.
You're stuck where?
In the sewers.
What did that feel like to be lost in a tunnel like that?
Very scary and very, confusing.
Where's the sewer? The left, right, straight. Where was it? I need you to guide me.
Right.
How long did you walk for?
We walked a while.
Rescuers seem tantalizingly close.
We can't understand you! Shut up.
They want you to scream and yell. Call for help. Keep screaming, guys. Keep screaming. I want you guys to scream as loud as you want. Keep screaming, guys. Keep screaming. I want you guys to scream as loud as you want.
The operator encouraged the kids to scream loudly to guide rescuers to their position. After what felt like an eternity, rescuers located the children and safely removed all 5 from the sewer.
We got him! We got him! We got him! We have all 5 children removed from the sewer.
Just shaken up more than anything else. You know, they were scared. They were super scared.
Declan's father described them as shaken but relieved. While their experience didn't yield treasure like in the Goonies, the kids did walk away with a valuable lesson: never climb into sewers again. TikTok user Sansei Shuri International has left viewers unsettled with a creepy discovery. While kayaking alone in mid-November 2024, the footage shows the user paddling down a calm river when they stumble upon a frightening sight.
I don't know if anybody can see this or not, but I just reported it.
A car is completely underwater.
That is an SUV. Look at this.
The user says they contacted the authorities right away, but then the situation takes an even darker turn. Watch.
Dad, pay attention.
A faint, childlike voice can be heard in the background. Some people say it says, "Dad, pay attention," while others believe it says, "Get out of the car, get out of the car."
Dad, pay attention.
The user was by themselves when they recorded this. In a follow-up clip, authorities are seen pulling the car out of the water. As the car is pulled out, it looks like there's movement in the back seat. The faint, shadowy movement has caused a lot of debate, with some suggesting it might be trapped air or debris, while others think it looks like someone or something alive in the back seat. The strange discovery, along with the unexplained voice, has led some to believe this could be a residual haunting, an imprint left by a tragic event. Could the car have gone into the river during an accident, leaving behind echoes of a terrifying moment? Others think the movement in the car might be connected to the paranormal, with theories about spirits tied to the vehicle or its passengers. While the true story behind the submerged car is still unclear, this event has caught the attention of the TikTok community, leaving people wondering what really happened on that quiet stretch of river. Whether it was a tragic accident or something more supernatural, one thing is certain: this discovery is chilling. A concerned wife posted this video after her husband's odd experience. One night, he claimed something invisible pushed him, and when you watch the video, you can actually see it happen. There's a strange transparent shape that literally passes right through him. It's hard to explain. The video clearly shows something that shouldn't be possible. But what exactly could this be? The next video was posted by a Reddit user, Danky Kangs GF. She explained that while she was at work, her 2-year-old was sleeping at home. The baby monitor was triggered by crying and movement. She got scared when she saw the video. Now, let's watch it. As you can see, the boy's movements make it seem like something almost pulled him away. It looked like an invisible force was tugging at his feet. A man living in a remote area in Mexico began hearing something that gave him chills. A woman crying in the night. That might not seem too strange, but there was no one living nearby. One night, his dog started barking wildly at something. His security camera recorded what happened next. Many people who've seen the footage say it looks like La Llorona, the legendary weeping woman from Mexican folklore. Could this really be the famous ghost? Maybe it was just someone lost in the dark, or is there another explanation for what the camera caught? This video was shared by Night Ghost House, showing a man exploring the haunted drill tunnels in Kidderminster. He hoped to make contact with one of the lost souls that might still be wandering inside the old tunnels. Armed with a spirit box, he began talking to them.
Are you stuck here?
Is it possible that a spirit was appearing right in front of his ghost box? The man certainly thinks we're seeing the face of a spirit here, and with the response he received, it could be true. How creepy. The next video was filmed by Cinnamon the Fox, and something really creepy happened in her aunt's garage. Well, that's definitely strange. If you look closely, it looks like a silhouette moving toward the left side of the garage. Even if someone were standing in the lower part of the frame, I'm not sure how it would look like it's moving the way it does. It really seems like someone is moving there now. What do you think it could be? Could it be a person, or is there something else going on? Riley Diddy's late night shift was about to be unforgettable. He grabbed his phone to record after something really strange happened. Here's what went down. Riley was heading to his back office when he heard keys falling to the floor. This might not seem odd, but the keys had somehow moved from where he had left them on the counter. It gets even creepier. Riley managed to catch what happened next on camera.
Oh my gosh. The paper moved. It's moving again. Oh my gosh.
Imagine being alone on a graveyard shift and seeing that paper fly off the counter like that. Could there be a simple explanation? Some people suggest there might have been a fan off camera, but if that were the case, wouldn't the display next to the paper also be moving? Does this prove he's not alone during those late shifts, or is there something logical we're overlooking? In a video shared on Reddit by user Daisy Love Doherty, viewers get a look at a strange event that took place at a local pub.
Here we go.
The pub's security camera records several bottles suddenly falling off the shelves.
Here we go.
Aside from supernatural theories, this strange event has led to different ideas from viewers. One viewer with bar experience suggested that the shelf might have just been broken. Another thought there could have been fishing lines set up across the counter, which might have been triggered when someone walked by, causing the bottles to fall. However, this idea is met with some doubt, since it's unlikely someone would set up such an expensive prank that would result in hundreds of dollars worth of liquor being lost. So, could a ghostly presence be behind the falling bottles? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this strange footage in the comments below. In the next video, a group of friends appears nervous as they walk down a dark hallway, and for good reason. It's late at night, around 11 p.m., when the group explores some ruins in France. They come across an entrance to a museum with a "Do Not Enter" sign. Ignoring the warning, they go inside and capture something creepy. A figure in white appears at the corner of the hallway before quickly flying upwards and disappearing into thin air. It's too dark to make out any facial details, but the way it rises and vanishes made the friends believe the place is haunted and holds something evil. They think that's why there was a "Do Not Enter" sign. Personally, I wouldn't ignore such a sign, but as always, you can decide for yourself. On August 8th, 2014, a user named Simon Predjay uploaded a video to YouTube called "Grave Robbing for Morons." It was a digital re-upload of an old VHS tape, and it was incredibly chilling. In the video, a young man goes into disturbing detail, explaining exactly how to rob graves and sell the remains on the black market.
By the eyes or the nose, you pull it out, put your finger all the way in. There's nothing there that will hurt you at all. Or you have to make sure of that. There's nothing that can hurt you. Do not be afraid. Pull it out like that. Do not pull it by the teeth, or else it'll break out like that, and you will have holes.
What makes this video even more disturbing isn't just its content, but the mystery around it. No one knows who the man in the video is, his identity is still unknown, and no one has stepped forward to claim it. This has split the internet into two groups. Some believe this is real footage of a grave robber, while others think it's an obscure horror short made just to shock people. One thing is certain though, the original video is very old. The first mention of its title, "Grave Robbing for Morons," was found on the now closed horror VHS tape site, Shocking Videos. This site listed the tape for sale in April 2003, saying,
"What we have here is genuine camcorder footage of a drunken teenage stutterer giving a half-hour lecture on how to steal body parts from graveyards for fun and profit while holding a fresh, rotting skull in his hands."
The original video is probably from the late 80s. At 5 minutes and 43 seconds into the video, we can clearly see the VHS box for the 1987 movie Evil Dead 2. To narrow it down further, there's an issue of Horror FX magazine in the bottom left corner. This specific cover is from a special Fangoria edition released in July 1989, suggesting the video was likely filmed around that time. The horror memorabilia in the footage hints that whoever made this video was a big horror fan, possibly just trying to create something creepy for fun. While much of the gruesome advice in the video seems very real, like how to remove a skull from a body that hasn't fully decomposed, some parts feel oddly silly, like when the host suggests knocking out witnesses so they'll think it was all just a dream.
Never leave witnesses. If you have to knock them out so that way they think it's a dream.
This adds weight to the idea that the person in the video doesn't have any real grave robbing experience and is just making it up for the video. On the other hand, some people believe that the skull shown in the video looks too detailed to be fake. As for the strange advice, it could be explained by the theory that this was his first time robbing a grave, and he was just pretending to know more about it than he actually did. But this is where things get really creepy. Toward the end of the tape, the guy almost says his full name, but stops himself before finishing his last name.
Okay, this was made by Anthony. Well, as a matter of fact, let's forget the last name.
In 1999, a man named Anthony Casamassima was arrested in New York for stealing an expensive stained glass window from a cemetery. Some believe he could be the same person who made the grave robbing for Morons video. However, there are a few reasons why this might not be true. For one, I couldn't find any charges against Casamassima related to desecrating bodies. He was more interested in stealing valuable items like stained glass. Also, Casamassima was 40 when he was arrested in 1999. If he made the video, he would have been around 30 at the time, but the young look of the person in the video makes that seem unlikely. I also found another theory suggesting the person in the video could be Craig A. Bradley, who was arrested in 1995 for stealing human remains in upstate New York. Craig would have been around 24 when the video was filmed, which matches the young appearance of the person in the tape. He even looks a bit like him. However, the problem with this theory is that Craig didn't have the stutter that was clearly present in the video.
You know, winter months I'm laid off. So winter months don't usually pay.
Dig for you and everything. So you dig and your friend digs, and then it's another friend digs. You have to find someplace really secluded, so that way there's no interruptions. Okay.
He could have faked the stutter in the video for some reason, but many people online find that unlikely because it feels so real. One person commented, "Grave robber or actor, the stutter is real. I've known people with bad stutters, and it's such a specific, uncontrollable behavior that's hard to fake. This kid's stutter feels unique and authentic. I've never seen an actor fake a stutter that felt this real. It's possible that one day the person in the video will come forward and reveal the truth, but for now, we still don't know who they are, or if this very realistic-looking grave robbing video is real." This eerie video comes from the channel Project Fear. Paranormal investigators Alex, Chelsea, Dakota, and Tana returned to Joliet State Prison, a place not widely known for its hauntings. They came back after experiencing terrifying events during their first visit to conduct a more detailed investigation into the ghostly occurrences within the prison. While Chelsea was alone in a confined area, a chilling sound of deep breathing echoed behind her.
When we separate and sleep alone, we try to communicate with whatever is in the building. But right now I am so uncomfortable that I don't even know if I want to. Joliet Prison has had some of the worst criminal offenders. Babyface Nelson, Richard Speck, even John Wayne Gacy spent time here. I just heard like a deep breath, like
Break out the digital recorder. I'm gonna start asking questions. I need to do this now. This is a device that is able to pick up sounds that our ears cannot hear. I am going to start rolling. Who attacked me last time? Do you have a name? Why did you choose me to attack? Did I remind you of someone back in prison? Someone who pisses you off? All right, I'm gonna cut. What? Did you just cuss at me? I literally just said you.
Do you think this place is truly haunted, or could there be a simple explanation for what happened? Mr. Kenway, a YouTuber, has been living in the miner's residence in Maria Elena, Chile. One day, he heard strange noises coming from the bathroom and decided to record what was happening. Here's what he captured.
Sale conchetumare. 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 Mierda. Conchetumare.
Strange noises come from the bathroom, and then the door creaks open before swinging wide. When Mr. Kenway investigates, he finds nothing inside. Moments later, a loud bang is heard, and he discovers the front door open with no one around. Although he didn't notice it at the time, something can be seen moving on camera as he steps outside. Could this residence really be haunted? What could that moving figure be? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. YouTuber Michael D. McGee believes he's been haunted for over 13 years. Much of that time, he spent looking into the paranormal and became convinced that ghosts are real. In 2017, he took a break from YouTube to focus on his personal life, career, and family. However, in 2018, strange noises like banging on doors and footsteps on the stairs started disrupting his family's peace and sleep, leading them to cleanse their home. This worked for a while, bringing some quiet. But in June 2019, almost exactly a year later, the activity returned. Searching for answers, McGee used a spirit box and connected with a spirit named Adam. These sessions with Adam gave him comfort during a tough time, offering a sense of purpose and positivity. However, when Adam's presence disappeared, McGee felt deeply affected by the loss.
Would you like to come forward and speak to me?
Over the years, Michael D. McGee has managed to capture some disturbing footage, showing strange events in his home. First, we see some potential paranormal activity caught in his kitchen. Next, we see footage from a camera set up in his living room. Right away, an orb appears and drops into view. A few seconds later, a remote begins to move, followed by several more orbs. The video then switches back to the kitchen, but this time, it's during the day. Next, we see footage from above the stairs where a device starts to light up. Throughout this, there's an eerie creaking sound, like something is moving up the stairs. The footage then shows a fan shaking wildly. That's when a door slowly opens, and we see this. Do you think McGee is really being haunted, or is it all just for attention? On September 16, 2018, an experiment took place that would change the life of the man conducting it. His name was Carl Williams, and for the past 3 months, he had been relentlessly haunted. No matter where he went, his home, the park, or even his workplace, paranormal activity followed him. Even though he was constantly dealing with something unseen, Carl never tried to gather proof. He believed filming the ghost would only make it stronger and more vengeful. But that night, September 16th, he felt he had nothing left to lose. The experiment was simple. Carl placed several objects on the floor and asked the ghost to move them, all while recording to capture evidence. What happened next was far more frightening than he expected. The results were shocking.
Because of the success of yesterday's little object test, I decided I'm going to give this object placement thing another try. I have tried a few items already, just before I got the camera out. I was just having a little play. I got a few twitches out of the candle. This one here, this moved around a little bit. Nothing as dramatic as the ball or anything like that. The remote, I'm unsure about. I thought I saw it move, but I wasn't recording or anything, so I can't really verify it. So I'm going to try them both again and just see what we capture. Really, same situation as before. I'm on my own, and I'll try to stay in camera so you know it's not me. Right, we'll start with the candle first, and basically put this down here. Okay, if there is anything here, can you please move the candle for me? Anything at all, could you please move the candle? No, that's strange. I thought that would.
Even though Carl thought the experiment would work, nothing happened at first. He sat on the floor, frozen, feeling stunned and confused. However, as I mentioned earlier, Carl had more items to test, and it was the second one that finally provided the frightening evidence he had been hoping for.
Not rich. Okay. Wasn't sure about this one, but I'll give it a go. If there's anything in this... Whoa. No. See that? There's no strings attached. That one was different. The things that it's shifted it before, but it's never just thrown it like that. Yeah, it's weird.
Without saying a word, the spirit seemed to understand what was expected and turned on the remote. Carl was shocked. He swore the spirit had never moved objects like that before. It was usually calm, just sliding things around. Maybe, just maybe, filming the ghost had unleashed something more. Let me know what you think in the comments. This next video was uploaded by an anonymous user who shared some background information at the beginning. The footage was recorded by a man who had been experiencing strange events near his home in Black Forest, Colorado. The famous Black Forest haunted house was not far from his place. After noticing unusual light patterns in the woods next to his house, the man decided to start recording these incidents. The following footage is said to be from hours of home video. Take a look.
Man. Come on, man. What?
Something mysterious appeared out of nowhere while the man was exploring the area, trying to find an explanation. What do you think about this situation? A mysterious orb-like object filmed over New York City's Hudson River has sparked speculation. The sighting, captured on a Fox 5 news broadcast, showed a bright object speeding across the skyline near the World Trade Center before vanishing. This event follows a Pentagon report about a near miss between a plane and a UFO near New York City. The object, captured by a helicopter, quickly moved from Hoboken, New Jersey toward Manhattan. Some theories about the sighting include light reflections, an out-of-focus bird, or even a UFO. Experts calculated that if the object was physical, it would have needed to travel at 2,700 miles per hour, close to the speed of the Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird. Harvard physicist Avi Loeb suggested the orb could be a reflection of sunlight, while UAP expert Alejandro Rojas pointed out its transparency and movement, indicating it might be light refraction, not a solid object. Both experts ruled out the possibility of it being a balloon or bird because of its unusual movements. The Pentagon's recent UAP report, covering 757 cases between May 2023 and June 2024, highlights similar sightings of orb-like objects. While many were identified as balloons or drones, several remain unexplained. The report also mentioned trends in spherical objects and incidents near sensitive airspace. The New York orb sighting, along with recent UAP reports, has sparked renewed interest in unexplained aerial phenomena. Whether it was a natural phenomenon or something more unusual, this event adds to the ongoing mystery of UAPs. This 5-bedroom bungalow is said to be haunted, and honestly, after watching this, I believe it. The YouTube team Ghosts on Trent investigates the place, and while they're there, some of them hear a woman singing. Listen closely. Later, they think they hear someone entering the house. When they go to investigate, they find nothing.
That could have been the door. Just push that door lightly more. It's the door, isn't it? I think it's the door. That could have just been the wind.
The team asks for a noise, and they get one in response.
If you can see us, would it be possible you could make some kind of noise? Any kind of noise will do.
Later, they hear another faint sound.
Right. What is that?
While these sounds are very faint, how do you explain them? I have a bad feeling about this place. To me, the singing at the start is especially unsettling. A man wakes up his grandpa after hearing the strange sound of someone whistling downstairs in their home. What happens next is, well, just watch.
Deja ver qué pasa. El Señor está con nosotros, no tengas miedo. Deja ver qué pasa, deja ver.
¡Abuelo! Cálmate. Estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase su voluntad. ¡Ay! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ay! ¡Ábrele, a ver quién es! ¡Ábrele!
No pasa nada.
¡Ay, abuelo!
No hay nada.
A ver, ve, fíjate. ¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ciérrale! ¡Llámale a la policía! ¡Saca tu teléfono!
Calmado.
This guy is completely terrified when he sees someone peeking around the wall at the bottom of the stairs. In an odd turn, he pushes his grandpa out to go check it out.
¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ciérrale! ¡Llámale a la policía!
This clip was originally shared as a scary video for the top 5, but when I watch it with all the intense screaming, it just makes me laugh. German urban explorer Toby from the YouTube channel Unknown World was traveling through Sweden when he stumbled upon an old abandoned house deep in the woods. Though it was getting late, Toby chose to explore the eerie rundown house. What he found inside, however, did not go as planned.
Somebody in here? Do you speak English? Jag talar inte svenska. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh Scheiße. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Das kann doch nur ein Mensch gewesen sein. Ach du Scheiße.
As Toby peered into one of the bedrooms, his thermal imaging camera revealed someone staring right back at him. Naturally, Toby was freaked out and quickly fled the house, driving away in a panic. When he later uploaded the video to his YouTube channel, viewers pointed out that the eerie figure might have been watching him even before he entered the house.
Ob wir hier eventuell jetzt schon etwas sehen? So, Ja. Das sieht jetzt natürlich nicht so vertrauenserweckend aus. Laut Wärmebildkamera ist es an den ganzen Öffnungen vom Haus sehr viel wärmer als draußen. Zumindest laut den Farben. Gucken wir jetzt aber mal explizit, sehen wir, an den Kaltstellen sind es 7 Grad und an den warmen sind es 9. Das heißt, es könnte eventuell auch ein Trugschluss sein. Ich werde jetzt hier erstmal gucken.
It's safe to say that exploring an abandoned house alone is always a bad idea, not because of ghosts, but because of something much more dangerous. Real people who might be inside and don't want you there. Luckily, Toby made it home safely, but this unsettling encounter could have ended much worse. A YouTuber named 1916 Haunting shares that he was filming a video about his new house and the changes he was making for his subscribers and family to see. The house he bought was built in 1916, and with over a century of history, many people have lived there, and some have passed away within its walls. Around the 10-minute mark in the video, the YouTuber continues his house tour as planned, but things don't go quite as smoothly as expected. He turns the corner to show the makeshift bar he's setting up when he hears something nearby that completely shakes him. Take a look and listen.
This, and of course you got the bar. This is a work in progress thing. Hey, what the should I tell Emily? Look, even she's freaking out.
Loud, fast-approaching footsteps can be heard racing down the staircase, causing the uploader to momentarily panic at the sudden noise. However, when he goes to check, he finds nothing and no one in the house. Take a look at some of the other creepy things that have happened in this basement and around the staircase.
Alright, so pardon the mess, but this is what I was telling you about, man. So, you got the toilet. Yeah, it's a completely open bathroom just in the middle of the...
Since this incident, the uploader believes it might be the ghost of someone who died in the house long ago, still trapped within the walls. What do you think? Is there a ghost haunting this YouTuber's house, or is there a more logical explanation, and he doesn't need to worry? Share your thoughts. This TikTok was shared by Nicolon711, who works on various film sets. In this video, she gives us a quick tour of the set for One Our Brothers.
This is the stage where they filmed The Conjuring. And here's the hole in the stage that we made, but they also had one in The Conjuring. And a paranormal investigator actually went down here and investigated and heard her name being called. And it's really creepy.
Nicole didn't notice it at the time, but a pair of glowing eyes appeared to stare directly at her. It's unclear what it was, maybe just some exposed metal catching the light, or something more mysterious. In this video, the man explores an abandoned, spooky house in Norway. We watch as Magnus carefully moves through the dark interior of the house. At first, it seems like he won't find anything particularly strange or alarming during his investigation, but things might change quickly. Take a look.
Faen, ass.
Magnus screamed when he spotted a terrifying creature staring down at him as the camera panned upwards. He quickly ran out of the house, and the video cuts to black. What do you think happened here? A recent video shared by Reddit user EntireThought has caught the attention of many with its unsettling content and possible connection to testimony given during a U.S. congressional hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena. While the CCTV footage is of poor quality, a strange object can be seen moving in the video. This goes on for some time. Some viewers think the man might be in a trance-like state while observing the object. The eerie situation in the video mirrors claims from Navy personnel during recent congressional hearings, where they described being in a trance-like state during UAP encounters at sea. The Immaculate Constellation report also touches on this, noting that certain UAPs are linked to electromagnetic disturbances that could affect human perception and behavior. What do you think? Is this a valid connection viewers are making, or is the footage too blurry to draw any conclusions? In February 1995, the American TV show Hard Copy stunned viewers by airing a videotape showing a mysterious unidentified object flying over a North American military test range. This footage, which was reportedly smuggled out by contractors working at the Nellis Air Force Base bombing and gunnery range in Nevada, has since become one of the most fascinating pieces of UAP evidence. Additional segments were later aired on the Sightings TV show, fueling widespread speculation. The video, captured using a high-tech surveillance camera, shows a strange object unlike anything previously observed. The footage reveals the object performing movements that defy the typical behavior of aircraft, even appearing to observe the tracking station before flying away. The Nellis footage has puzzled both aviation experts and UFO researchers. The object exhibits traits that challenge our understanding of propulsion and aerodynamics. It has no visible wings or propulsion systems, shows unusual radar patterns, and performs maneuvers suggesting advanced technology. The Nellis Range, a vast 700 square mile area northwest of Las Vegas, is home to some of the U.S. most secretive military projects. This includes the Nevada Test Site, the Tonopah Test Range, and the infamous Area 51. The area has been used for testing advanced aircraft like the U-2 and SR-71, as well as for nuclear weapons experiments. Given this context, some believe the object in the footage could have been part of a classified military project. However, anonymous sources cited in Sightings claim that the camera operators aren't exposed to such tests, as their equipment is typically turned off during classified operations. This raises the question of whether the object was a product of U.S. military technology or something else entirely. The Nellis footage has been analyzed by both experts and skeptics, but no conclusive explanation has emerged. Regardless of its origin, the footage remains one of the most compelling pieces of UAP evidence. It captures a mysterious object operating within a highly secure military test range, evading identification and showcasing capabilities that go beyond current technology. Decades later, the Nellis UAP footage continues to fascinate and confound. Whether it stems from human ingenuity or represents an encounter with something extraordinary, the footage remains a cornerstone in the ongoing study of unidentified aerial phenomena. Now, let's look at a recent investigation by the Fourth Wall team. They were looking into a new house where something terrifying had happened. A man named Shin had bought an old rundown house. It had been empty for a long time and was unlivable in its current state, so he decided to renovate it. Shin lived a few hours away and would occasionally pass by the house on his days off. One night, he saw someone there and thought the construction workers were working late. He went inside to thank them, but the house was locked and no one was inside. On another day, he saw people there again. This is the video he took at that time. He heard a noise coming from the second floor, and when he turned around, he heard something moving down the stairs. Just as he was about to head upstairs, he heard a voice right next to his ear. Shin then reached out to the fourth wall team to carry out an investigation. They had a camera recording from outside, and it captured an eerie shadow. Several other cameras they had set up also captured strange phenomena. The team encountered many disturbing events, and you can watch the original footage yourself on the fourth wall. The next video was posted by a Reddit user, Truth is Fiction YT. The video shows footage taken in Australia's Brindabella mountain area, where a large, eerie monster was reportedly seen walking through the forest. Take a look at the video. Although it's hard to see, if you look closely at the trees, you can spot a strange creature moving through the dense forest. The figure also seems to be limping. What do you think about this? This eerie investigation video was sent by Zodiac. The story goes that two friends were exploring a supposedly haunted building, which was occasionally visited by the ghost of a lady. The reason for her visits, however, is unclear. As they walked through the ruins of the place, the cameraman captured something on his device that shouldn't have been there, though he didn't notice it at first. Could it have been the spirit of the lake lady waiting for them? Or is this just a creepy hoax? On April 28, 2020, the skies above Belgrade, Serbia, were the setting for a truly mysterious event. Dozens of people reported seeing a strange glowing orange shape floating in the night sky. Several videos captured the object, giving clear evidence of an unidentified aerial phenomenon that's hard to explain. One video even shows an extremely close view of the object. The surface of the craft matches the descriptions from the Immaculate Constellation Report, which describes UAPs with a dynamic, swirling surface similar to the sun and a strong brightness. The object's bright, fiery texture and steady hovering fascinated both witnesses and online viewers. Across town, YouTube user Ajotko filmed the same orange orb. In their footage, the glowing object stays still in the air for a few moments before suddenly vanishing from view. The video adds to the mystery of the event, as residents throughout the city reported similar sightings. To make it even more intriguing, a third video re-uploaded to YouTube by Skywatches shows the same object from a different angle.
Axel! Hey, Axel!
This clip, however, shows a new disturbing detail. The orange orb seems to release smaller balls of light as it hovers. These smaller orbs fall towards the ground before the main object disappears without a trace.
Hey, Axel!
The fiery, sun-like appearance of the craft and its ability to release smaller objects resemble reports of UAPs from other parts of the world. Could this be a new type of UAP with transmedium or self-replicating abilities, as suggested in recent UAP hearings?
Axel!
The orange orb over Belgrade remains a total mystery. Was it an advanced piece of technology, an extraterrestrial visitor, or something entirely unknown? This video was posted by the channel NVTV and was reportedly recorded by a lone camper who encountered an unknown being in an Oregon forest. At the time of the recording, he mentioned that others visit the area often and that he even heard gunshots nearby. He films the campsite and comments on a strange wooden structure built there. At first, it seems like just a travel vlog, but things take a turn when the man wakes up to mysterious noises in the middle of the night after lying down to rest. Let's take a look.
I don't know where I am. Her cheek off. I'm wondering. I got darkness. Flashlight.
Many people think this young man came across something from another world that night. Unfortunately, the recording cuts off right there. Could it have been an alien looking for him, or is this a paranormal encounter? If it's not just the howls, let me know what you think. Make sure your sound is on for this next creepy video shared on Reddit by user Lucy Joe. What starts as an ordinary day of doing household chores quickly takes an unsettling turn. The poster explains that while she was cleaning her bedroom, her Google Mini in the living room unexpectedly activated by itself. The device then started making a disturbing noise, followed by jumbled, barely understandable speech, creating an eerie, sci-fi-like atmosphere. The sounds were disturbing enough to grab viewers' attention, with one person suggesting it might be time to replace the device. However, the poster mentioned that she's not easily frightened and decided to keep the device to see if the strange behavior would happen again. Luckily, the Google Mini has returned to normal. So, have you ever had any creepy experiences with your smart home devices? Share your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. A mysterious UAP called the Jellyfish is capturing public interest. After investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released full footage of a 2017 military encounter in Iraq, the phenomenon has gained widespread attention. Along with similar civilian sightings, the new revelations have sparked renewed global discussions about UAP phenomena. The military encounter with the transmedium jellyfish in Iraq, recorded in October 2017 at a U.S. Joint Operations Base, displayed remarkable features of the jellyfish UAP. The object showed transmedium abilities as it made a controlled descent into a body of water, stayed submerged for over 17 minutes, and then quickly reappeared, disappearing beyond the range of military tracking systems. It also had low visibility, being undetectable by standard night vision and seemingly interfering with targeting systems, making it hard to detect using usual methods. As for propulsion, the UAP moved without any visible aerodynamic features or propulsion signatures. Thermographic flyer footage shows the object traveling through restricted military airspace, moving through the facility before vanishing from view. Its purpose, origin, and technology are still unknown, with intelligence agencies continuing to classify it as a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. To add to the mystery, Reddit user ArchbullXR recently posted footage of a similar jellyfish UAP over Golden, British Columbia. Filmed early in the morning, the object showed strikingly similar behaviors. The footage closely resembles Corbell's military-released video, sparking online discussions about whether the two sightings are connected. The recent congressional hearings on UAPs introduced the Immaculate Constellation Report, which describes a type of UAP as organic and jellyfish-like, with appendages similar to tentacles. The report suggests these UAPs might have biological or non-traditional technological origins, adding to the mystery of both Corbell's footage and the Golden, BC sighting. As more UAPs with jellyfish-like traits are spotted, theories range from advanced hidden technology to extraterrestrial or biological origins. The military footage, along with credible civilian reports, gives a rare glimpse into a phenomenon that's hard to explain. For now, the jellyfish UAP remains a puzzling mystery, leaving scientists, military officials, and the public wondering about its meaning. Are these UAPs part of a bigger pattern, or are we just beginning to understand something far beyond our grasp? The next video is from the channel Double Bins. Two men decided to explore an abandoned house in the area that had clearly been left alone for many years. With a camera in hand, they entered the house, eager to see what they might discover.
We're in the house. Do we go in the warehouse or the...
Let's go to the regular house.
Alright.
Oh, dude, seriously. Whatever happened to this fucking house?
I don't know.
Look at your stairway. What is that?
I think it used to be a garage or something.
No, because the garage was that. It had to be.
Yeah, that's like a warehouse, man.
Look at the roof, it's all out.
Where?
In there. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Look at that. There's glass. There's an oven. There's an oven door.
Where?
In the middle of the living room.
The roof is all up. Oh! Dude! Oh my... Go! Go! I could have sworn a person. Dude, there's a person. Holy... Yeah, there is. Nick, I'm not...
They ran away after finding something terrifying while exploring. A dark, creepy figure appeared across the frame as the camera was turned towards the ceiling by the person holding it. After casually entering the building and moving from room to room, one of the men noticed the shadowy figure and immediately started to run. Would you have done the same? Now we follow an urban explorer who visited a supposedly haunted shrine in the middle of the night. She had heard many creepy ghost stories about the place, and apparently, these ghosts are often seen. However, she didn't fully believe the stories, but still wanted to document her visit. At one point, she spots a garbage bag on the stairs leading to the entrance, and then hears a strange noise. Something creepy was hiding behind the tree. Some people said it could be one of the evil spirits that are said to haunt the area. Could it be? It definitely doesn't look human. Thankfully, the explorer didn't notice it at the time, only seeing it after re-watching the footage at home. This next video is from the channel John Huddleston. John says he got a notification on his Ring doorbell camera showing someone outside his garage. Let's take a look. Did you catch it? A strange balloon briefly floated above John's driveway, and then, for no clear reason, John's car seemed to light up from the inside. While John wasn't sure exactly what happened, the encounter left him feeling pretty shaken. The next video was posted by a Reddit user, Bored Guy Online. We watched as the uploader walked through the hospital, which had long hallways and a creepy atmosphere. As the video went on, we saw the uploader moving through the hallways, and everything seemed harmless at first. For a split second, you can see what looks like a ghost or shadow figure leaving the building as the uploader walks right past it, then stops and takes a second look, clearly unsure of what he just saw. What do you think was captured on the camera? This creepy video comes from the Sella News channel. The uploader expected the usual chaos when he returned from his break, but something seemed off.
Bà lẽ là cô gì mà cô gì cái là dù tao là cô sao cho biết gì này bà là cô biết mà nói bà nào nói bên này bà ô ê哇ô đi ra bao cái哇，就那么的热闹的年嘛，变米，把那铺变了嘛，你灭了，一。
The kitchen was eerily quiet and completely empty. He felt a deep sense of dread creeping up the back of his neck, and his heart started racing, sure that someone or something was watching him. Without thinking, he grabbed his phone, started recording, and ran to the nearest exit. What his camera caught was worse than he ever imagined. He stood frozen, shaking, as he watched something terrifying unfold before him. The ladle slowly and smoothly started stirring the bowl, as if being moved by an invisible hand, which was truly unsettling. But what do you think? This video was uploaded to the TikTok account Pete and Ash. They claim to have captured something quite sinister one night on one of their trail cams. A pale figure can be seen peeking out from behind the tree on the right side of the screen. Many people commented that it could be some kind of skinwalker or a rake-like creature. While there are several theories, the simplest explanation might be that this is just a film project by Pete and Ash. If that's the case, it's a really creepy and well done one. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Supernatural. This time, the uploader explores a dangerous, abandoned building with a dark history.
家人，给我出来！这么说是有点瘆人啊。 大红在这里出来的啊！快进啊！来吧，搂他，看这后边，操他个弟弟！欢喜两个们，感谢快乐啊！有快乐的支持，操！ 可就给他可好，家们，指定给他搂起来。我操！ 操！哎呦我去！我操！滚！我他妈从镜子里边出来的，家人们！哦，我的妈！我操！这个屋我跟你们说，上次我操老狠了，家人们。所以说我们不能怕的啊，咱们指定给他干起来啊！欢迎水鬼啊，是不是？指定给他磕起来就完了。操！温柔一把刀，温柔是一把刀，一样能干飘，行，指定能干飘就完事了，家人们。这是这整个屋里边啊。看到没有，家人们，我他妈靠墙蹲呢，你们自己看啊，我刚才是靠着墙的啊，看到没，家人们？我刚才靠着墙呢，操他个弟弟！来献个身。必须让他现身啊，家人们，包括这儿啊，欢迎新郎们，磕他就完事了啊！我操，出来，来吧！我操，别闹啊！我操！现身不用怕了，家人们，我们指定不能磕的怕的啊！你越怕的，他越容易出来，知道不？所以说这种东西咱们不能怕啊，指定不能怕的，明白吧？滚！让我的嘴灵一会儿吧，灵一下吧。家人们，我现在自拍吧，行不行？我都对着我这自拍，来，我自拍看看啊。今天都没。你要是能领，感觉能求个媳妇儿啊，那必须，他领了我立马都求啊。只要能让我打个中啊！刘梦洁说的啥？刘梦洁，我叫，等会儿我让他叫，我指定不叫，我现在温柔啊！欢迎啊！我必须得给他温柔起来。 刚才是不是在这里，家人们？啊，刚才是不是在这里？
While in a room with a large mirror, the man turns around and sees a figure of a woman with black hair and a red dress right behind him, but that was just the start of the night. The investigator didn't realize he'd encounter the mysterious figure again, this time in an even more terrifying form. What's strange is that each time, the investigator is the only person there, and the figure appears and disappears, scaring him so much that he moves to a different area. When he switches the cameras on his phone, the same figure appears behind him once again. The figure vanishes into thin air. So, was this a real ghost caught on camera, or just a fake trick? What do you think? The next video is from the channel Tim Morozov. Tim visited a snow-covered forest in an unknown location. Even though it was clear no one was around, Tim was walking through the woods when he suddenly spotted red clothes scattered strangely. See for yourself.
Вон там еще одна. Дальше, впереди. А здесь следы. Ой, черт. Она разорвана. Ничего, и походу кто-то шел с палкой. Кто здесь? Где он? Чё? О!
A few seconds later, Tim found something very interesting, a tent in the middle of the vast forest. It turned into a very scary experience for Tim, and I doubt he'll be returning to that place anytime soon. This video was shared by a TikTok user, Casey and Ken's. The user and a friend seem to be taking part in the Bloody Mary challenge. The video appears to go smoothly at first, but everything changes when the user walks down a long hallway and sees something that makes her stop. Watch.
Vai tu. Non vieni con me? Io sarei qua. Sì, ma ascolta, vai un attimo di sopra. Vabbè. Dai. Qua non c'è niente. Che cazzo è? Cazzo. Oddio. Vai via, Fra.
The uploader was clearly scared by the creepy figure seen moving down the hallway, and she quickly ended the video, likely out of fear. What do you think? Here's a quick and creepy one. In 2008, two locals in a remote area of Indonesia were crossing a bridge when they noticed something moving in the dark. They pulled out their cameras and started filming. Although the clip is short and lacks details, it's gone viral. There's a rumor that this bridge is haunted by the spirit of a woman who took her own life after a bad breakup. It's a chilling story, but could it actually be true? Now, we follow the team from Kaka Supernatural as they explore a supposedly haunted family home. It's rumored that a tragic event took place here, and the spirits of its violent past still linger. After setting up their equipment, the team inspects each room in the house, and gradually, strange activity begins. It starts with some strange noises, but their camera captures something else that no one noticed at the time.
Gente, a família conta que quando eles estavam pousando nessa casa, aparecia um senhor sentado na poltrona dando risada, sorrindo. E isso era muito assustador, tanto que eles nunca mais quiseram pousar dentro dessa casa.
Fazer uma manifestação agora com a gente? Estamos na total escuridão. Sentindo um cheiro de queimado. Cheiro de queimado. Eu não tô sentindo aqui um cheiro de queimado.
tivesse uma fiação, queimar algum lugar pegando fogo. Nossa, olha. Ô, o quê? Cara, pegou. Desculpa ter acendido a lanterna. Alguma coisa me pegou nas costas, cara. Eu senti assim como se tivesse. Sensacional, cara, visão noturna. Nossa, cara, você viu? Nossa! Cara do céu! Meu Deus, Sandro! Nossa, cara, você viu?
Did you see that? A creepy apparition is staring at the investigators from the living room. It looks like it's emerging from the wall, hovering over the sofa. Could this be the same sinister ghost the family has seen before in the house? It's pretty terrifying how the eyes seem to reflect, isn't it? This next video was shared by TikTok user Tim Saver. One night, he managed to capture some terrifying events that left him feeling utterly chilled. At first, the room he was filming seemed ordinary, but it didn't take long for it to become clear that this place was anything but normal. Let's take a look.
Just saw my apple move. Just saw him move. Oh. What do you want? Who are you? Oh. What does this mean? What do you want? Why are you playing games?
Suddenly, the security guard's coffee and apple seemed to move on the table by themselves for a brief moment. Then, while showing the same setup to his audience in another video, something else happened that was definitely unsettling. What do you think? Did they really capture something paranormal on camera? An elderly man with no living relatives was living alone in an old apartment building in Japan. A few months ago, the man, whom we'll call Mr. A, started acting very strangely, telling his landlord that a strange woman in his home was trying to take his life. Concerned about his mental health, the landlord suggested he see a doctor, but Mr. A insisted he would prove that what he was experiencing was real. Soon after, Mr. A tragically took his own life. His landlord then checked Mr. A's apartment and found several old videotapes. Curious, he watched them, and what he saw left him terrified. The footage was recorded just a day before Mr. A's death. A strange, distorted figure appears in the reflection of the dresser mirror, leading the landlord to question whether Mr. A really did experience something paranormal in his apartment. The landlord reaches out to the Japanese ghost hunting team Omega Toki, and paranormal investigator Hiro decides to conduct a solo overnight investigation in the reportedly haunted apartment. Eventually, Hiro locates the room shown in the unsettling videotapes. The investigator spots the dresser from the old camera footage, but the mirror is missing. A few hours later, Hiro finally discovers the missing mirror. What happens next is truly eerie. As Hiro is cutting the zip ties and carefully unwrapping the mirror, the apartment doorbell rings suddenly, but when he checks, no one is there. Did you notice it? Hiro, unaware that he's being watched, continues unpacking the mirror. The figure watching him looks just like the disturbing entity from Mr. A's grainy home video. Hiro then tries using Mr. A's old camera to capture anything similar to what Mr. A recorded the day before his death. What happens next is truly terrifying. Hiro finds another tape thrown in the trash, but again, did you catch it? When the footage is slowed down for just a few frames, two pale hands can be seen pressing against the floor right next to Hiro. He doesn't notice and remains unaware of the entity that's watching and following him. He decides to watch the tape he found in the trash, and it chills him to the bone. The camera appears to spin on its own, and the same strange, distorted face can be seen peeking out from the bottom of a doorway. Feeling unsettled by the footage, Hiro decides to leave, thinking he hasn't captured any evidence that Mr. A's apartment is haunted. But when he reviews his footage later, he realizes that the entire time he was in the apartment, the same entity had been watching him. The next video is from Ivan. The strange activity started when he got a creepy Chucky doll for Christmas. Ivan soon found out that the doll would turn on by itself, even without pressing the button or using batteries. His mom had already told him that sometimes, when he'd leave, she'd go into his room and find the doll face down on the side of his bed with no explanation. But that was just the beginning. Over time, the doll started turning on more often, especially at night when no one was around. Soon, other paranormal events started happening. After this, Ivan decided to play it safe and set up a security camera pointing directly at the doll. It soon captured something creepy. Ivan's viewers were doubtful, pointing out that the doll model couldn't talk, didn't use batteries, and that the sound wasn't the original audio. This is why he made a follow-up video.
Esa gente, mire, que me han dicho, me han comentado ahí muchas cosas, pues negativas y no negativas. Entonces, pues una de las cosas que están mencionando que es que no usa pilas y no habla y que si es original y que no es original. Digo, eso pues al fin de cuentas con mucho esfuerzo. Y pues bueno, voy a proceder para que chequen de que dicen que no usa pila y que ni siquiera habla. Entonces vamos a checarle. Aquí está la parte donde trae la bocina y todo. Yo, como les dije, comenté en uno de los videos, no recuerdo cuál, no lo quiero abrir porque lo puedo dañar y no quiero eso. Entonces aquí es donde tú presionas y el muñeco habla.
One night, while watching TV in the living room, Ivan hears the doll turning on and off by itself again. He decides to record it, and what he captures is truly terrifying.
Alexa, enciende luz de habitación.
Hay algunas cosas con ese nombre: televisor habitación y espejo habitación. ¿A cuál te refieres?
Espejo habitación.
Muy bien.
The doll seems to move on its own inside the box. After seeing this, most people would want to get rid of the doll, but Ivan does the opposite. He adds another familiar doll to his collection, an eerie Annabelle doll. Because of this, I'm sure we'll be hearing more updates on Ivan's situation soon. The Paranormies are back with a new video, and this time they're exploring and investigating the Sinister Farm, a place known for its eerie and haunted reputation. When they arrive, it's already dark and gloomy, with only flashlights to guide them. They start inspecting the outside of the house, but they miss something truly frightening at the top window, something that appears and vanishes just as quickly. Take a look.
This place, all the glass is shattered and stuff.
So it's got to be that window?
It'd be that window, barn. Shine the light back here.
A few minutes later, they're inside the farmhouse, trying to communicate with any spirits that might be present. One of the men asks the spirit to say the word farm if it's in the room. He hears a voice in response and then asks, "Who are you?" The reply he gets is absolutely chilling.
If that was you, can you say farm?
Who are you?
Demon? That's a clear demon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Towards the end of the video, one of the crew members is in the upstairs area of the farmhouse, surveying the eerily quiet room, but suddenly the silence is broken, and the room is no longer as still as before.
Boy. Johnny.
Did you hear that? What was that?
I heard something.
It was this light bulb, dude.
A light bulb.
Look. Oh my god.
That wasn't already there?
No.
The group is just about ready to leave, which is completely understandable. But before they can go, the spirits in the house give them one last terrifying scare.
And then let's
Table tipping.
yeah, I kind of want to just show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called table tipping, yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know if it had like an official name or something.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of want to set up a camera in that corner there, and I want to set up a camera either in this corner or... Stop.
Dude, what was that?
What?
The sinister farm is definitely one of the creepiest places I've seen in a while on the internet, and it's a relief that the paranormies didn't get hurt or too frightened during their investigation. Let's just hope that if they return for another video, they stay safe and aren't harmed by the spirits. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Fourth Wall. This one is quite intriguing. The body of a woman was discovered in a housing estate in Tokyo. The incident occurred a few years ago, but people have been reporting sightings of the woman, even though she's been dead for some time. At first, the recordings don't seem disturbing, but as more details are revealed, the footage becomes increasingly terrifying. A man encounters a woman in an elevator on 2 separate days. There's nothing unusual about it, except for the fact that he's speaking to no one. The recording only shows him, and the woman he talks to has been dead for 5 years. But the story doesn't end there. In the latest footage, we see the same man entering the elevator for a 3rd time. He stops on the 4th floor, where his suitcase is suddenly pulled away by an unknown force. The man is visibly shaken by this event. Was this place really haunted by a spirit, or was it just a prank? Share your thoughts in the comments below. A haunting video appeared on TikTok, posted by a man named Brandon, grabbing the attention of over 10 million viewers. Brandon shared that his father, when he was younger, often used a Ouija board, receiving strange and unsettling messages from the other side. But he made one big mistake. He never said goodbye. As time passed, his father was haunted by constant paranormal events. It wasn't until years later that Brandon finally managed to capture one of these terrifying moments on camera.
¡Ay, cabrón! No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No.
After hearing strange noises from the other room, Brandon started recording, filled with fear. He carefully opened the door, his nerves on edge, wondering what he might find. As he looked into the dim room, he froze. A pale, ghostly face was staring at him from around the corner. As he stepped back in shock, the face quickly disappeared behind the wall. With shaking steps, Brandon entered the kitchen but found it empty. Just as he tried to calm his racing heart, the door to his bedroom slammed shut by itself. These creepy events have left Brandon wondering if this is the same entity that haunted his father years ago. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.